All right, so if we were gonna hit something more of high, medium, or low, or add more spin or less spin, these are the things I'm looking at, okay? Number one, if I'm looking to hit a high draw, what I'm doing is understanding that I'm going to extend more as I turn, okay? So that means that I'm going to set up with more tilt. My ball position can't be too far forward because I'll hit it low on the face, okay? But it's still gonna be off of around my armpit to a little forward of that, depending on where I'm at. But if I have more tilt, that's gonna help me hit more up. Now, remember, the more up we hit, the more it's bringing the path left. So when I'm hitting a high draw, I'm getting my body lines much more right, okay? That means I'm not just pulling my right foot back. I'm not just putting my left foot forward. I'm equally moving both, and I'm trying to get my shoulders to go this direction. Now, I see players who have their body lines right, but then their shoulders square because the ball position's so far forward, okay? We're trying to get everything to move over to the right, okay? And what that's gonna do is allow us to hit extended and turned, aim right and hit high bombs that way. So that's making you go not just into a right bend, but around and extend. And when I say extend, you're extending your knees, your hips, your spine, with the right bend getting around, and you're gonna hit it from way from the inside, way up. That's how you're gonna do that. Now, what we already talked about was just moving your body lines. That'd be a normal hitting up on a draw. If you're trying to hit more down on a ball, or hitting a low draw, okay? We don't have to hit way down on it. We're just hitting more level, okay? If you want to hit more down, you're going to add some spin. But if you're just hitting a low little draw, I would actually just not have to move as far right. Why? Because we're not hitting as much up. So we aim right because we're hitting up. So now we don't have to aim as far right for the lower draw, okay? We don't need as much tilt, okay? We don't need as much extension. We're gonna stay pretty much more centered here, less extension this way, which should bring us back, and that's gonna have you hit more down in a low draw, okay? Now, if we're gonna twist this around and hit a cut, same thing applies. I like hitting high cuts because the more I hit up on it, my biggest issue is they never go left. They always overcut, okay? So the fact is in that understanding is I'm playing it more tilt, not too far forward, but forward enough that's still on the inside of my feet, getting my body lines left. But if I get them too far left, I know it's cutting. That's when I'll start to move my face more left, okay? Because I know that I'm gonna hit up on it. It's gonna turn always right on my face, and that's a good feeling, okay? Mid-flight cuts, we already talked about that. The low cut, be careful of a low cut. A lot of players have no problem hitting down on it, but when you hit too down on it and your swing direction is left and you hit too down on it, sometimes the path gets shifted right of the face, and that's when you hit a pull hook, okay? So you're always gonna make sure when you're hitting the low cut that it's not just a down, it's an open chest cut, okay? Without as much extension. So you're hitting more staying on top of it cut, but you can't just hit down like this. You got to keep the chest moving so the path is staying left of the face, okay? That's a big deal. If you're just trying to go low left, a lot of times that face is going to close down. A lot of times you're going to hit too down on it because when you don't rotate, you're going to hit more down. When you rotate, it's catching it more level to up and keeping the path left of the face, okay? Which is good so you don't snap hook it, all right?